If you've been hitting the gym for a while and you are struggling to grow your chest, we need to fix that because the chest makes or breaks your entire physique. And if you want to look the best that you possibly can, we need to develop that chest to make sure it looks great, it is nice and strong, and everything else looks proportionate around your chest. These are the only 4 chest exercises that you need to do to develop a great looking chest that brings your physique to the next level. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do all 4 of these exercises, why you need to do them, and what part of the chest they are developing. Each chest exercise has its own benefits. Firstly, we'll talk about the one I find the most fun, then we'll move to the one that has the best pump, the one that I find the most underrated, and then we'll end on the one that's going to give you the best results. All right, my favorite one, probably not a surprise to you, but it's regular barbell bench. This one is my favorite because I find it to be the most fun. The flat barbell bench is going to target the middle chest. This is the part of the chest that just naturally gets the most work. So let's talk how to perform it safely and how you can get the most out of it. All right, first things first, hand placement. For most people, lining up their thumbs with the edge of the rivets is going to give you the best hand placement. When you grip the bar, you want to put it in the palm of your hand. I like to put it diagonally in this part of my hand. Most people tend to put it up here in their knuckles, and this is going to cause your wrist to fall back, which loses all of that power. We want to keep this stacked so that we can keep the power strong and pressing forward from that elbow up. Once this is bent, we lose a lot of that stability and power. And this is how we're going to engage the lats. We're going to place the bar in the palm like we talked about, grip the bar, and then pretend like we are Superman, bending that bar downwards. This is going to engage the lats and give you so much more stability. Now let's break down the bench and foot placement. This part is so important and so many people mess it up. First things first, we want to have a strong base with our legs and we want to create this arch in our back. The best way to do that is to bring your legs in just a bit and find the place where your feet are the strongest, where you feel you can have the most drive. This is going to build that arch in your back right here. We want our traps and our glutes to be touching the bench, not our middle back. You should be able to pass your hand through just like this. Now, before we pick up the bar and start doing our reps, you're gonna hear me talk about leg drive. When we are driving our legs, we wanna be pushing our legs away from us. Obviously, we don't wanna actually kick, but that's the motion that we're trying to do. So you're here, when you're pressing the movement up, you're going to drive the legs. This is going to keep you nice and stable and push all that energy up into the bar, giving you the strongest, best bench you can. All right, let's do a couple reps and I'm gonna walk you through all of the steps. First, line up the thumbs, place the bar in the palm of our hands, bend the bar, create the arch in your back, and stabilize your feet. Now this is where we're going to brace our core. You're going to take a deep breath in and then tighten the core like somebody's about to punch you in the gut. So we're here, deep breath in, brace the core. Now from here, we're going to keep our elbows tucked. We want that 45-degree angle. Keep that core braced, and we're going to bring it down nice and slow. And then here, on the way up, leg drive, and you're breathing out. When you're first trying to learn the form of bench, I recommend doing a couple pause reps. So lower the weight to something you can handle, and you're gonna do reps like this. That's just gonna slow the movement down, giving you time to learn the form and technique. The bench is a little hard to master, but it becomes the most fun once you learn how to do it. It might be worth it to save this video so that you can come back to it if you're still learning how to bench properly. Now let's move to the one that gives you the best pump. The chest exercise that is going to give you the best pump, hands down, is going to be the chest flies. I like to do my chest flies with my back supported. You can do these standing, but I get a better pump and I can push more weight when I have something to press my back up against. You can also do these at an incline, decline, or flat. I usually do the opposite of whatever I did press-wise. What I mean by that is if I did incline bench, I'm going to do the chest flies flat. These are super easy to learn. I'm going to teach them super fast, and I'm going to teach you on a flat chest fly. All you're going to do is grab both sides of these D handles, bring the weight back nice and slow, and go as deep as we can, getting a really nice stretch. Then, when we're pushing it forward, we actually want to bring our pinkies together But imagine bringing our elbows together. So your pinkies will touch, but we really want to think about bringing those elbows together. The more that you focus on pressing at the elbows, the less bicep you're going to feel in this. But really just get a deep, deep squeeze. Do it nice and slow. You don't want to do these super quick and hurt yourself. But the pump on these is crazy because you can just squeeze at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're going to be forcing so much blood to the pecs. If I want to get a really good chest photo or a physique photo, I for sure am going to do these before taking that photo because it's going to give such a nice pump to the pecs. With that said, we're going to move forward to the most underrated and most versatile chest workout that you can do basically anywhere. You know what it is? Yep, it's push-ups. Push-ups are the most underrated because they can be done anywhere. They're super versatile. You can overload them pretty easily, and they just target the chest so well. Let's talk about how to perform a push-up properly, how you can overload it, and things to avoid. The form and our hand placement. I like to set my hands just slightly wider than shoulder width and slightly point my hands outward. This is going to help me tuck the elbows in so that they're not super flared and targeting just the front delt. And the foot placement. We want our feet to be close together and directly behind us. Make sure that you keep a straight back. Do not go too far down or too far up. A straight back. Then we're going to bring it down at a 45-degree angle. Get as low as you can so that you can get a deep, deep stretch in your pecs and press up. Like I said, the push-up is super versatile. You can change the angle with a simple box, couch, bench, or whatever you have next to you. To make it an incline, just grab a bench, put your hands on it, preferably a wider bench that I'm using, and do the same push-up. And to make it a decline, we're just gonna put our feet on top of the bench and do the same thing. Sooner or later, with some time, push-ups are going to become easier and easier. Here are a couple ways to make it even harder to make sure that you are progressively overloading your push-ups. First option is just a simple band. Put the band in your hands, loop it around your back, and keep it on the top of your back, and everything is going to be the same. Just makes it a little bit harder with the band resistance. The second option is to grab a plate and place it on top of your back. This is much easier with a partner, but here's how you can do it on your own. You're just gonna lay on your stomach, grab the plate, roll it up on your back. The higher the better. Place your hands and press up. You can do a little shimmy to get it adjusted. But then you perform your push-ups the same, just with some added weight. And when you're done, just slide the plate off like that. Now you're probably wondering, which chest exercise is going to give me the best results? So, last but not least, the Incline Dumbbell Bench is going to be the best workout for you to develop a nice looking chest. Working on that upper pec is really going to make your chest look better and more aesthetic because it's basically just giving you that little boob lift, lifting up your pecs and making them look bigger and better. Let's talk about the setup and how to do it properly. We don't want to go too far up, we also don't want to be too flat. For this bench, 3 notches up is just perfect. I'm not exactly sure what this angle is. I usually eyeball it, but you want it to be about this inclined. Okay, start by putting the dumbbells on top of your knees. I like to put them at the very, very edge of my knees because this is going to give us leverage to bounce them up. As you start to get heavier, it's going to be harder and harder to get them up at the beginning. So this is the trick that I do, even when it gets heavy, to make sure that I can even get the dumbbells up to do the exercise. You're going to place the dumbbells at the edge of your knees, scoot at the forward of the bench, and then we're going to pop them up with our legs like that. Your legs are super strong, so if you use them to pop the dumbbell up, it's gonna make setting up the workout so much easier. This is what it looks like. Now, just like the barbell bench, we need to place our feet somewhere that is stable that we can drive from. You're gonna have to find out where this is comfortable, but I like to be right on the edge of my toes, bringing my toes in a little bit. But unlike the barbell bench, we actually want to keep our back as flat as possible. That's going to target the upper pecs a lot more. The more arch you have, the more mid pec you're going to target. Keep your back flat against the bench as best as you can while doing the incline movements. Now once you've got the dumbbells propped up, we're going to slightly angle the dumbbells like this so that the inside of the dumbbell is going to go inside of our armpits. That's what I like to imagine. We're also going to tuck in our elbows a bit so that we are not pressing wide like this. This is going to put all the tension onto your front delts. We want to slightly angle them in, bring them down, and you're going to bring them down to a super deep stretch in the pecs. Again, bringing the inside of the dumbbell right into your armpit and press back up. So back flat, slightly angle the dumbbells, brace the core, and drive the legs. Deep stretch, press. Another great thing about dumbbell exercises is that you can push yourself to failure much easier, because when you cannot finish, let's say you failed this rep, you can't get it up, you're pressing as hard as you can just drop the dumbbells down and you don't hurt yourself or ruin any equipment. Of course, do your best not to drop the weights because it's going to ruin the gym's equipment if you're doing it too aggressively and irresponsibly. But the incline dumbbell press is going to be the best bang for your buck when you are trying to get better looking pecs. I recommend doing these at least once a week to help give that boob lift, making your pecs look bigger and better. And boom, those are the only 4 chest exercises that you need to do to build a big, nice looking chest. Thank you for watching the whole video. If you want more advice on how to get shredded, how to get jacked, and just real health and fitness advice, go ahead and subscribe to the page. I will also link my one-on-one coaching down in the description if you want to take it to the next level and guarantee your results. And if you watch this video and love this video, YouTube's going to recommend this one, and they know what you like, so it might be worth watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.